You're watching Single Process with Bob and Joe. We created this video series to help you navigate the difficult process of divorce, and we hope this helps you on your journey. Our topic today is 4 things to consider if you're contemplating divorce.
Yeah, I mean, we hear more about this than anything.
Absolutely.
So many people, they want like a concrete reason to walk away from their marriage.
Well, you don't know what you don't know. So you don't know what your life is going to look like on the other side of this, and yet you kind of know where you're at, and it may not be a great place.
No, and I love that our expert, Christine, has written a book about this, and she's really narrowed it down to kind of 4 things that'll help you kind of go through the checklist in your mind. So she's written this book, To Stay or Not to Stay, by Christine Marie. Hi, Christine. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
We're happy to have you.
So we're going to throw the 4 topics
Okay.
at you and hear what you have to say. So the first is this a we issue or a me issue? Am I unhappy, or is it really the marriage that's making me unhappy?
Well, first of all, you have to look inside of yourself to figure that out. I mean, you know, when you first get married and you have a child, let's say, so you decide as a couple, I'm going to stay home, and I'm going to stay home for several years or whatever it may be, and you both have that plan, and that's great, but maybe 2 years in, you decide, you know what, this is not working for me. And so instead of communicating with your spouse, what you're doing is you're just harboring resentment as if, you know, he's the enemy. So the point is, you have to look inside yourself. What is making you unhappy? Is it the fact that he has his dirty clothes all over the floor, or he's
Or is
not?
it the fact that you're staying home picking them up as opposed to having
Exactly.
resentment? Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you have to figure that out first.
You know,
I like that.
I have something to say on this, because I knew it was not a me issue, because I was actually pretty happy outside of the fact that I wanted a intimate relationship.
you work,
with
you were
somebody else.
social,
and
you
all
loved your
those things
kids.
made me happy.
Right, it
I just
was
couldn't fix the marriage.
the marriage part. That's good. That's a clear way to figure
And
it
that's
out.
how you know.
Okay.
That's how you
Right.
know.
So maybe you spend some time sorting out your own happiness factor, making sure you are doing everything you can to take care of yourself, and then if you're so unhappy,
Right. I always like to write some kind of a list, a pro and a con list. What makes me happy? What doesn't? And maybe you are working and you just don't even like your job, or maybe you want to start staying home with the kids again. Whatever it may be, you have to
Figure
figure
that
it out. And if you, like you said, Joe, you were happy, that's great. Then maybe it's a we.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, second question.
Yeah.
Have you really thought about the impact that this is going to have on your family? I mean, really
and
thought
your
about it.
life more broadly.
And your life, yes.
This is such a huge question. This worries mostly women, but of course it worries men too, because everything about your life that you know is going to change. I mean, one of the biggies is the fact that once you get divorced, you have to now, which is happening a lot in courts, share your kids 50% of the time. There's a 50%
Yeah.
share. And I mean, that alone makes you want to stay.
Oh, it's so true.
You know,
You know what?
if you can.
I think I knew conceptually how much was going to change, but I did not anticipate the magnitude of the changes.
No, until it happens,
and
you
how
can't.
deep-reaching they are.
It's deep reaching. I mean, friends take sides. Family that you
lose-
loved,
yeah.
you lose
Yep.
friends.
You lose
I mean,
family.
I have a funny story. A friend of mine, her and her husband had said to me, "We're going to get you in the custody." So it was like, yeah. But no, you really do. You learn who your friends are and who are not your friends. Family that you loved, maybe from your husband's side.
But are
Blood
you
is
an
thicker than
advocate
water.
of staying for the kids? If you're in a bad marriage, should you just stay for the family reasons?
Well, it's not the family, it's your reasons, because you want to be with your kids, no?
Honestly, if I could have stayed until my youngest, was out of the house, I would have. I just couldn't stay.
But she had to have known what was going on.
Of course she knew. Of course she knew.
So what favor would you have been doing to her? Just consistency and...
Well, I'm saying if there was peace in the house.
Yes.
There wasn't peace in the
Okay,
house. So
okay,
I wasn't
okay.
doing her justice.
Okay.
I didn't want her to see a bad relationship and how someone should not treat you.
I make this comment to you all the time. I'd rather see a healthy divorce than a bad marriage.
Right.
I absolutely
Honestly.
agree
I
with
absolutely agree with that.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one is, can you financially and logistically afford to be alone? Can you make it on your own?
I think this is why people stay. I think they're overwhelmed by the idea of
absolutely.
getting back into a job and the money.
Well, you have to get a good check on your finances. You have to know what you have. You have to know what your dual incomes are. You have to know what's in your bank account, what's in your retirement. And then you have to go to an attorney. You have to see a good attorney, and you have to have all your finances with you, and that at that point, your attorney can let you know what your life is going to look
So as
like.
you're contemplating divorce, you're saying get all this checked out ahead of time.
Absolutely.
Well, that's why on our pre-divorce
Absolutely.
list, I say consult a financial.
Yeah, even if you
So
do,
good. Joe is so good.
even if you do nothing with it, you have that information, and you'd be surprised. You might find out, you know what? I don't think I could do this for another 2 years for whatever reason. Just the fact that you made a decision, because a big part of the problem is deciding what you're going to do.
That is
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what this is
Once you
about.
make that decision, there's clarity. It's off of your shoulders. You know it's eventually going to happen, and you can live your life.
Right, maybe you make the decision, I'm going to do this in two. So you're saying,
Exactly.
decide. I
Right,
am gonna
whatever
leave,
the
but
reason
I'm
is,
gonna stay for 2 more years.
whenever my child is out of this school and we don't have to pay for it anymore,
Right.
and
Or I
you know,
can start transitioning back to a career. Or I can start
correct, I
saving
could get
money,
myself a job, I could save
Yeah.
money, and all that.
Or I can lose
Exactly.
weight and get a hot boyfriend. Honestly, that is so wrong. I did not say that. Okay, and then the last question is, I mean, Joe and I debate this one all the time, I mean, with friends. Am I really willing to be single the rest of my life? Because if you are, then that means you really are done with your marriage. Yes?
Exactly. I mean, let's face it. After 20 years of being with someone, you know, you're like, "Ugh, what did I ever find attractive about him? You know,
Yeah.
after 20 years, and then you see, you know, somebody who looks, you know, who's good looking to you, or you're working with someone, and you know, you start fantasizing about, oh wow, you know, the grass would be greener on the other side. But it's not.
Temporarily.
Very
it is.
temporarily. Every time, like, you fall in love, I mean, it's like the butterflies, it's
Well,
everything.
it's chemical, right? It's the
Right.
endorphins,
It's a-
and it's like the, you know,
It's
it's a
heady.
chemical. It's heady, but it
But
wears
the
off.
reality is you're swapping one set of problems for another, and you've got all this history and kids and stuff with the first spouse. So, I mean,
Oh yeah.
But if you think being single will bring you peace and make your life a lot more
you'll be a better
manageable,
person, mother,
Well-
employee, whatever.
Right, but if you're going to leave your marriage, just say for someone else, then you're not giving your marriage a fair shake.
I
And
agree.
it's so unfair to your kids. And the chances are, well, first-time marriages under 50% get divorced now. It's under 50%. Second and subsequent marriages, especially with children, are like 67 to
7%, yeah,
70%
73, yes.
divorce
and the
rate.
number of affairs
So what does that tell you?
turn into long-term relationships. We've discussed
Very
this with another
small.
exit.
Tiny.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
It's people use it as an excuse maybe to get out of their marriage.
Right, it's an
That's
exit
not
plan,
right.
but it's
an
a
exit plan.
very bad exit plan, because your kids will find out, that your kids are going to be angry with
your
you.
community, your friends. I mean,
That's right.
Who are you as a person? You've got
That's
to
right.
really think about how you behave. Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. So to sum up, the 4 issues that we've got to consider is this a we or a me issue?
Yep.
Am I really willing to stay single for the rest of my life?
Right. Can you
Potentially.
make it on your own? And have you really considered this impact on your family? Because a
What
lot's
your
going
life
to
is
change.
gonna look like.
No,
Absolutely.
it's great advice. That's really a great way to narrow it down to four specific things.
Great.
For more information, check us out at singleprocess.me.